Hey guys, so welcome to the second part of the Mass Effect Minimates Series 1 review. Today we'll be looking at the human characters from the first wave, being the two versions of Commander Shepard, male and female, Ashley, and the Elusive Man. So, if you are here from one of the other videos, welcome, it's good to have you, and let's begin. First up we have Commander Shepard. So here we have the male Commander Shepard. This being based off the really generic white guy that we see on every bit of cover art. You know the one. And so here we have him. And it's pretty good. When they first were showing off the characters, I was not a big fan of these shoulder pads. They just seemed really big and really over-cumbersome. But looking at it now, it's not too bad. I still would have preferred if they were individual pieces, like on their arms. But it's not terrible. And hey, this is Commander Shepard. I mean, I can't complain. But other than the little shoulders, hey, this is a cool looking Minimate. He's decked out in his N7 armor. You can even see the little N7 logo. A lot of armor and padding bits all around. Some really nice back detailing. He's got arm detailing on both arms, and his hands are actually individually painted, which is really nice. And then we get to the red side of his arm, which is very nice. Incidentally enough, the red on his arms only go up to the shoulder pad, so it's just kind of gray and stuff from his shoulders. And then the red. And his hand even has it, which is really nice. And then we get to the face of Commander Shepard. So like I said, it's based off the generic white guy, Commander Shepard, which is the default male Shep. And I mean, it does look like it. It's got the stubble, it's got the angry blue eyes and the lack of hair. I mean, it does look the part. And hey, if you don't like this face, just pop it off and put on your own head. There you go, Commander Shepard. Other than that, Commander Shepard, male Shep at least, can do most of the Minimate things. When he has complete movement at the legs, but it's kind of hard for his arms to move, thanks to his shoulder pads. But his head can go up and down, which is really cool. So, accessory-wise, for Commander Shepard, we have a display stand, an M8 Avenger, which is the default assault rifle in the Mass Effect series, and he can hold it. Very nice. Looks very good. And an Omni Blade from Mass Effect 3. Now, this is a cool piece. A lot of intricate detailing all over for just a small little arm bit. Very, very cool. And here is a better look with Commander Shepard holding the Omni Blade. Just slides on perfectly. It's very snug fit. But it's not like stuck. You can slide it off easily. Very nice. I do like how it's translucent. It's very, very cool. Overall, male Shep is humanity's finest example of a soldier, and a very fine example of a Minimate. Next up we have Commander Shepard, the female one, also known as Fem Shep. So, personally, I like Fem Shep more than male Shep, because I'm in the group that thinks video games really need more strong, independent leading women, and Fem Shep is really a good example. Pretty much, it's almost the exact same as male Shep. I mean, the entire body, aside from the front bit of the torso, is the exact same. Like, down to a T, it's the same thing. Which, I mean, makes sense, because it's the default N7 armor, doesn't change from the gender. So anyway, as I was saying, it's pretty much the same as male Shep, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it. The only difference is the torso chest being more effeminate, and the N7 emblem is a little more tilted to kind of match with the more effeminate body, which I'm not sure if it's like that in the actual game, but oh well. Still the same shoulder pads as well, which is a shame. But this time, she has a different face. Now, it is just like with Mailship, the generic default one. The hairpiece is actually new, which is really cool. And it does fit, so that is good. So, I honestly do prefer this figure over Mailship, just because, hey, you know, it's a strong, independent woman. Articulation-wise, Femshep can do the exact same stuff as Mailship, except for some reason on mine, her right arm is really easy to pop off. Don't know why, it's really weird. But the rest of her does move pretty well. So that's good. And accessory-wise, she comes with a bit more than Mailship. Same display stand. Same Avenger. The same Omni Blade, so I'm not going to show her off with that, but she also comes with an alternate hairpiece. I don't know why she comes with an alternate hairpiece. It's pretty random, but hey, you get an extra hairpiece. I guess if you want the hair to be more parted, or to be parted on the other side, it'd be more dress-oriented. Overall, Femshep is pretty much the same as Mailship, so pick your Shepard and you're good. Next up we have Ashley. So here we have Ashley Williams in her costume from the third game, which I actually didn't see that much of, because in my playthrough, well, she was dead. Because I picked to save Kaidan in Mass Effect 1, so having a Minimate of Ashley, I'm not the biggest fan of her. I didn't really like all of her racist dialogue in the first game, so I left her for dead. So I guess her Minimate has came to bite me back in the butt, or something. Anyway, her Minimate is pretty good. I really do like the outfit. It's very blue. And it translated fairly well to Minimate. Not a big fan of the skirt, but that's a problem with the design and not the figure. Some padding all around. She's got boots. Cool. Very nice motif of gray, black, and blue. Or actually, I should say, very dark purple. Probably be a better color. Same detailing on both arms. She's got gloves. Her skirt piece is actually really well detailed. Has detailing on all sides. Her chest is decently detailed. Her back has detailing. And she actually has a new hairpiece, which is really nice. Speaking of hairpiece, the face. You know, she was just really generic looking in every game. So, honestly, it's just kind of a blank female face. But they did do a fairly good job. I mean, she does kind of have more of a slanted look with her eyes. But I remember her being a lot more fair-skinned in the first game. I mean, I was looking at some art from the third game, and she was a bit more white. But I could have sworn she was a bit darker. At least in 1 and 2. But, like I said, I don't really care for Ashley, so... Articulation-wise, she can do most normal Minimate things. Her legs are severely hindered thanks to her skirt piece. And accessory-wise, she's got a display stand. And another M8 Avenger. Kind of surprised we didn't get a unique gun with her, because I would have really liked that. But I mean, it is like the standard iconic weapon of the series. So I guess it makes sense they're going to pack it with 3 figures. Overall, while the Minimate is really well done, I'm still not a big fan of Ashley. Finally, we have the Elusive Man. And so here we have Elusive Man, played by Martin Sheen. So we now have Martin Sheen as a Minimate, and Charlie Sheen as a Minimate. So we have both father and son, which is pretty cool. So here we have the Elusive Man, kind of one of the main central villains of the Mass Effect franchise. And, like I said at the beginning of the video, he is the elusive figure of the set, meaning there's only one of him per case. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but it probably was because he's, like, the most normal. Anyway, so detailing-wise, it's pretty plain. No detailing on his legs at all, since he's just wearing pants. The bulk of his detailing comes from his torso, actually, which does look fairly nice. I mean, he's got his kind of V-neck thing going on that's really deep. He's got a bit of button on it. Some lining on both sides. And on the back. He's got cuffs which is pretty neat. And he actually does have a cigarette hand, because he's always seen smoking a cigarette. Very simple detailing, but, you know, like I said, he's just a guy. He's not like a great soldier out to save the universe. I mean, he's just this. His hairpiece, I'm fairly certain, is new, but you can see some black and gray, really cool. And the face, which is probably the most disappointing part of the Elusive Man. If you've played Mass Effect 2 or 3, you would know the Elusive Man's eyes really, really glow bright blue, because of the whole Reaper indoctrination stuff. And with the Minimate, it just, I mean, he has, like, the really, like, weird eyes, but, I mean, they're not, like, glowing. So they just look like normal eyes, and if you're not actually looking at it, to look to see if his eyes are actually, like, designed like they are in the game, I mean, you would just think it's a normal eyes. So, really disappointing. Really, his eyes should have been bright and glowing. But that's just me, because, I mean, if you just stand him, like, here, and just kind of pan out, like, even looking at it now, I mean, they just look like normal eyes. So, that's really disappointing. Articulation-wise, the Elusive Man actually has complete articulation, because he's almost entirely vanilla. And accessory-wise, display stand, as well as, for some reason, an alternate hand. So if you wanted him to not be smoking, I guess you could. Why would you not have him smoking? Because it's like one of the main things he does other than sit around and drink bourbon. So if this came with like a glass of bourbon, that would have been great. Would have made up for the whole eye problem. I actually also would have liked it if he had his crazy face from the third game. But alas, it is just this. So it's probably a bit closer to Mass Effect 2. Overall, while the Elusive Man looks nice, the lack of glowing eyes really breaks the figure. So, overall, that was the humans from the Mass Effect Minimates Series 1. Pretty good bunch of figures. I'm gonna be honest here with you. I'm really disappointed with the Elusive Man. I wish his eyes were glowing. Wish he had bourbon or something. I mean, he is the chase figure. He is the rarest figure in the set. And they just didn't do anything special with him. So, it's kind of disappointing. But it's still a decently well done figure, and I'm glad we have the actual character. Ashley, I'm not a big fan of the character. I've already said this before. So, not a big fan of the figure. I like the costume and it looks nice. But I don't like Ashley. So that's the problem. If it was Caden, it would have been fine. The Shepards, though, on the other hand, are great. I especially like Fem Shep. I think it's a great figure. And Male Shep is also great. I mean, they're pretty much the same figure, aside from the torso and the head. So, like I said, pick your Shepard, and you'll be happy. I really wish that the Shepards came with alternate headpieces, though, because, let's be honest, Mass Effect is all about character customization. It's all about building your Shepard and your Shepard saving the universe. And having Minimates of just the generic Shepards, it's kind of disappointing. I really wish we had some form of customability. I mean, we kind of got it with Fem Shep having an alternate hairpiece, but just one hairpiece, it's the same color. I don't know. It's really disappointing. But if you collect Minimates already, and these aren't your first, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to just scrounge up your own parts to make your own custom Shepard. Or if you're just like me, you'll just be happy with the generic ones. Anyway, those are the humans from the Mass Effect Minimates Series 1, like I said. Click Fem Shep if you'd like to see the next part, which are the aliens. Or click Male Shep if you want to go back and watch the previous part, which was me unboxing all of these figures. So, go ahead, click a link, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and did you like the video? Well then rate, comment, subscribe, and like, and I'll see you later.